What's up YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a long requested makeup tutorial of the look that you're seeing right here. This is the look that I have worn in like all of my sit down videos. I think this is the only makeup look I've worn period for like 3 to 4 months, and you guys ask for a tutorial on this all the time. I'm not a makeup guru, I'm not a beauty guru, I'm so not professional at this stuff, and so my explanations are like really dopey. But I wanted to show you guys this look and show you how I get it, show you the products I use. Hope that it's helpful for you, and just keep watching to see how I make my face look like this. Hello. All right, let's get started. Usually when I do these, I feel like I always forget to tell you guys what stuff I'm using. I'm just like blah, 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 applying stuff to my face without any regard for what I'm actually using. And I know a lot of you guys are actually here to try to learn what I do to my face. But anyway, the primer I'm starting with is a NYX Hydra Touch Oil Primer. So this is literally like oil. Like I'm gonna put it on my face and you're gonna see this is like oil. I gotta say though, this is the most amazing primer I've ever used in my life. But I gotta say that if you do not have hella dry skin like I do, you probably don't need this. I have really dry skin, and even though I've gotten it so much more under control with like some really good skincare products, I still like every other day just have like these big like dry patches all here. So this oil primer has helped that. And also I would notice even when my skin felt fine in the morning, I would wear foundation throughout the day. Dry patches would start to show up even with wearing like all the moisturizers ever. But this seems to stop that, so my foundation stays smooth all day. My favorites, Maybelline Fit Me foundation. I have matte and poreless, and I have dewy and smooth. I just mix them. Dewy and smooth on its own is like a little too dewy, and then matte and poreless on its own is just a little too matte, so I mix them. I also have 2 colors because, you know, I honestly vary from this shade to this shade any day of the week based on my spray tan, lack thereof, whatever. Got my handy dandy beauty blender. I'm just gonna go to town. I'm just gonna mix me up a little foundation cocktail, see what happens. So by the time you watch this video, I probably will have other videos up. I know I will because I know I will. But it was a weird month for me, and so I spent a lot of time just really focused on my clients. My business is really busy right now. I have a bunch of amazing clients, and I feel so excited to be working with the people I'm working with right now. But yeah, I just decided in April, I was like, I'm just gonna do what I feel like I need to do on a daily basis to like just feel, I don't know. All I know is that April, I just didn't want to make YouTube videos, which is funny because towards the end of April, which it is technically still the end of April when I'm filming this, I was starting to feel like, wow, like something feels off. Like I feel out of touch with some of my people. It sounds really weird. In case you guys did not know this, you guys are my people and I love you. And not having content for you guys and not being able to connect with you guys made me feel off. And so taking the month away from YouTube, it gave me some time that I really needed to focus on other things, but I missed y'all. Yeah, I'm just excited, and I'm sorry that I was gone for so long, but I appreciate your guys' support, and you guys are just so cool about everything. By the way, I got a new beauty blender because my last beauty blender was like a year old, and I felt like, I was like, I should get a new beauty blender because I feel like that one's probably gotta be like applying my makeup wrong, right? Like after a year, and I got a brand new beauty blender, and I feel like it applies my foundation way worse than my old beauty blender. I don't get it. I don't get it, guys. I might go back to my year-old beauty blender and just use that one. All right, next for concealer, I'm using Naked Skin Concealer. I was using like the tape shape concealer that I feel like everybody and their mother and their dogs use, but you know, it was a little too drying for me. I have found my under eye area, like the whole area I'm putting concealer on right now, is so dry that tape shape was just a little too dry for me. So I use this stuff. Do you like my technique, by the way? This technique is called, I don't know why I do it, but I saw a beauty YouTuber do it, and I've not stopped doing it ever since. All right, so I said this video was gonna be like a chatty get ready with me, but also a Q&A, so I should probably stop blabbering and actually answer some questions that you guys had. How do I look? Very ghastly. It's fine. It gets better, I promise. My face still looks super dry. Whatever. As the day goes on, it gets less cake facey. And I have something at the end that we're gonna do that's gonna help the cake face situation out. But yeah, so I know This was supposed to be a Q&A and I was supposed to answer your guys' questions. So I'm gonna start answering some questions that I got when I posted on YouTube and Instagram like a month ago asking for questions. Wow, it's really weird when I get this close to the camera, sorry. Give you guys your personal space. By the way, I'm using this Born This Way Ethereal setting powder to bake my face because another beauty YouTuber said that we bake our faces now, and so that's what I'm doing. Apparently this is how you become beautiful. So you take this powder on like a damp sponge and you put it under your eyes, and this is what makes us beautiful now, ladies. Take notes. Really what I use this for is to catch my eyeshadow. When I put my eyeshadow on, it like catches all the fallout and then I can just wipe it away easily. I'm basically like, monkey see, monkey do. If I see a beauty YouTuber do something, I'm like, okay, no questions asked. I'm just gonna do it. Okay, so the questions that you guys want me to answer. So one thing I got repeatedly was, you guys said, when did you finish Bible school and what do you plan to do in the future with that education? So I always wonder if like some of you guys who followed me for a while are like, what the heck ever happened with that? So if you've been following me for a while, then you know I went to ministry school. I did a 2-year program. I did my first year like 5 or 6 years ago. Actually, it's gonna be closer to 7 now. And I did my second year last year. If you don't know this already, my husband is in full-time ministry. He has been for about 6 or 7 years. I've always felt called to ministry to some degree, which is why I went to ministry school years ago, but I just wasn't able to finish it at the time. So I finished it last year. And I even said, if you go back to the videos, I said that I didn't really anticipate that I would be doing anything with that. And I was right. I didn't really feel called to change what I was doing. I really actually just felt like God was telling me to keep doing what I'm doing, which is YouTube and social media stuff and helping people with like their fitness goals and stuff. You know, I'm an online personal trainer and my business is just like super duper busy and super duper going well, and I'm just having the time of my life with it. So what am I gonna do in the future is, I don't know. You know, I'm taking my life one day at a time. I'm kind of just going along for the ride, and every surprise to you guys is a surprise to me too. So I just realized that I wasn't supposed to bake the bottom until I got my contour on. Dang it, I broke the rules of beauty. But here we have Too Faced Chocolate Soleil medium/deep matte bronzer. Is this too dark for my complexion? No, why do you ask? It's just like, I know that I wear too dark of a contour color, but I like my face to look sharp enough that my cheekbones could kill a man. And if they're not that dark, I did something wrong. I take a big fluffy brush. All my brushes, by the way, are typically from Morphe or ELF. I don't know. I don't care about brushes. Just slap the makeup on my face some way, somehow. But yes, so I'm applying my contour. So this is actually not contour. Technically, we're in the bronzing phase. I feel like just bronzing phase. Bronzing my face up. Kind of taking it all around town. Someone on the internet told me to do this to bring my bronzer everywhere. So I do it. I think it's like supposed to warm up your whole face, right? Is my face warm? Are you guys, is this a sunny disposition to you guys? So then I take a flat top brush and kind of make that bronzer less sharp, which is funny because then I'm gonna take a pointed brush and go in and make my bronzer contour. I'm gonna take a pointed brush and make my contour very sharp. So, you know, apply your contour sharp, make it dull, and then sharp again. Also, I'm wiping away like half of my baking. Clearly, like, you guys always compliment my makeup as if like I'm so magical at makeup. Do you see there's a lot of guesswork going on here? All right, so then we take a more pointed brush. This is from Morphe. Why am I showing? It's a brush. And then I'm going into my little makeup and just chiseling it out. Cheekbones sharp enough to kill a man. I also have kind of like a round-ish face. It's not super round, but it's round-ish, so I just like to give it some shape. Oh, it's ridiculous. That looks ridiculous. We're gonna just blend it out. Blend, blend, blend. This is the answer to most problems in life. You just take a big fluffy brush and blend them away, right? This still looks ridiculous, but I am like 78% sure that when I'm done with this look, it will make more sense. So just buckle up, stay tuned. It's gonna be okay. Then I take this brush from I don't know where, and I dip it in some blush. Where's my blush? This is Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Concept. It's just like a neutral color blush. I'm not that picky about blushes. Just give my face some life. Look like I got blood rushing into my cheeks. Are we good? We're good. Let's answer another question. What did you do before fitness in regards to job/career? Right before I did fitness, I was a real estate agent. And you guys, I loved real estate. If I felt called to that again in the future, I would do it in a heartbeat. By the way, I'm just priming my eyelids with this Lorac Pro Eye Primer. You gotta prime your eyelids, ladies. I don't make the rules, ladies. I don't make them. I just tell them. Before I did that, I always did, like in late high school, early college years, I always did management positions in retail, like retail management. I worked at a lot of like kids clothing stores and kids toy stores, kids shoe stores, lots of kids stores, and I managed them. All right, next, I remember whenever I do my makeup on camera, I always forget like really big steps. But right now I'm gonna apply some highlighter. Don't quite understand highlighter. Again, it's one of those things that all the beauty people do, so I'm like, I wanna do it. I don't think I apply it correctly, but I like it because it's shimmer and it's shimmer. So I have the Physicians Formula Butter Highlighter. If you guys did not know, I know a lot of you guys probably know about the butter bronzers and the butter blushes that are like these super creamy, nice, pigmented bronzers from Physicians Formula. Well, now they make highlighters, and these highlighters are like, can we see the iridescence? I don't know, I can't tell. So I take this brush, it's one of these little highlight and fan brushes, and I just get in there, and I think this is where the highlight goes. Could be wrong, don't quote me on this. If you're looking for real makeup advice, I go to like Jaclyn Hill or CHATTY or some kind of makeup YouTuber who does this like legitimately. I play pretend. I go right above my lip, because why not? I go down my nose. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Forehead, I don't know, does it look good? I don't know. All right, next we're gonna work on my brows. We're gonna fill them in. A lot of you guys ask all the time about my eyebrows. If you're new here, you may not know, my brows are microbladed. My natural eyebrow hairs are very sparse, very fine. My eyebrows basically end, like you can kind of see where the pigment is versus where my actual brow hairs are, but my eyebrows basically end right there. So about 8 months ago, I got my brows microbladed by Aloria Salon, by Yvonne at Aloria Salon, and it's been 8 months and they literally are just as beautiful as the first day. When I put foundation and powder on, the pigment lightens up, and so that's normal because I'm putting like makeup on top of my face, but then I just fill them back in and it takes 5 seconds versus the like 20 minutes it used to take to like create eyebrows on my face that tried to match, because my two eyebrows are like two entirely different. One's a human and one's an alien, like if we're making comparisons. So I just fill these in. It just takes me a couple seconds. I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. But yeah, a lot of you guys have asked if I thought it was worth it, if I would do it again. Heck freaking yes. I even have my appointment for this September or October to get them like touched up. I think you're supposed to go like once a year and get them touched up, and it's a lot cheaper than when you get them initially done because they're just touching them up. And that's how you can kind of make sure that they stay forever, just by getting them touched up annually. So I'm gonna do that because I love these. I'm so glad that I got them done because I just did my brows in like 30 seconds instead of 20 minutes. So, all right, next I'm gonna do my eye makeup. First though, I'm gonna put some of that bacon back on my face. Bacon. I'm going to put the powder back under my eyes so that I can get rid of any fallout super quickly. For the makeup look that you guys see me wear all the time and you're like, what is that look? It's from, I do it with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe makeup palette, the one that she released like just in the last year or so. When this came out, I was like, meh. I've always kind of just like picked my own single shadows and had like made my own palette of shadows that I specifically wanted. But I got this on a whim and I decided it's my favorite palette ever of all time, and it has every color I'd ever want. So I show you guys what I'm doing. So here's the palette. I took this color and this color with like a big fluffy blending brush. Just kind of mixed them, tapped off the excess, kind of be like the building blocks, the building blocks for makeup success. Just kind of getting some depth in there with your shadow. You always want to start probably a color even lighter than this, but I just like to cut a couple of steps out and just go straight for this color. Put it in my crease just to add some depth. You never want to just go in with a super dark color and just start there. You want to build up. It's like the one thing I feel actually confident telling you as a non-makeup guru. I actually, now I'm going in with, what do I want to do? This color here. I feel like these colors are so warped because the white balance goes crazy, but I'm going in with this color, and I'm gonna put this slightly darker shade on the outer parts of my eye. What I was gonna say is that I actually hired an editor to help me with my YouTube videos. They've been working with me for a few months now, and I hired them just so I can get up more content, honestly. Editing takes me 3 or 4 hours, if not 5 or 6 hours, because I hate it and I'm bad at computers, period. And so now that I have an editor helping me with some stuff, I can get up, you know, my goal is to get to a place where I'm getting up 8 to 10 videos a month, which would be awesome. I love it so much. I love just making content for you guys and being able to continually help you, even if it's just with like grocery hauls and activewear. Like, I know I'm not necessarily changing your life with that, but I know that it's information that you guys really, really could use. So, but the funny thing is that the editor I hired is a dude, and I really am not sure if I'm gonna send this video to him to edit or if I'm gonna edit it, because I don't know if I can make some dude sit through 40 minutes of this. If so, I'm sorry, Austin. So yep, I'm just building up this outer color. I'm stopping, as you guys can see, like, I mean, I'm not being real precise with it. If you haven't realized, nothing about my makeup is super precise, but basically just like the outer half of my lid is just kind of getting some dusting with some stuff. I do try to keep it largely concentrated in one area. I mean, you know, don't go crazy, but then I take this blender brush from e.l.f. It was $1 and it's like 4 years old. Seeing a trend here. And I just kind of blend any harsh lines that there may be to make sure that everything's going the way it's supposed to go. Blend, 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 blending away my problems. All right, it looks decent to me. I'm fine with that. Then I'm taking another brush, slightly smaller, and going into a darker color. Like, I'll probably mix these two. This one's like a chocolatey brown. This one's like a darker grayish brown. And I'm going into like the very corner. Just I'm whispering because I don't want to scare it. It can sense your fear. This is difficult because like this is the difference between like a cute makeup look and, oh crap, I just made my eye look super muddy if you don't get this outer part right. So go in with caution, be humble, know your strengths and weaknesses, and just give it your best shot. Go in a second time to kind of add a little bit more of those that same two like darker colors mixed together. All right, we're doing good. Somebody asked me, what's the hardest thing you have ever had to overcome and how did you get past that? Emma Pearl asked that, which she is so sweet. You, Emma, if you're watching this, which I feel like you probably will be, you always are so sweet and so kind to me on social media. If you are a person who just comments nice things and just tries to encourage me, you don't even know how much I appreciate you. You are like seriously the love of my life, because of what I'm about to say, which is the hardest thing I've ever had to overcome is myself and the negative things that I would tell myself. I naturally, which this seems to surprise people when I tell them, maybe it will or will not surprise you based on how perceptive you are to people, but I'm actually like, I was naturally raised to be a very skeptical, judgmental, negative, assume worst case scenario type person. Like I hate to say I was raised like that, but I kind of was. So first of all, I sprayed this makeup setting spray onto a flat brush. I'm going in with this super sparkly shade here because the wetness makes it a little more pungent. Not pungent, pungent's the wrong word. Like more intense. And let me just show you this really quick before I finish up my thought. But I go and I carve out right here. Are we seeing this? The sparkles go right here on both sides. I think this is just what Jaclyn Hill did and I liked it and I was like, I'm gonna do that. And then I kind of blend it out with my finger because it's kind of a creamier shadow. I know some of you guys hate the word creamy. I'm sorry, I'm not one of those people. A word does not bother me, so I'm gonna use it. And I just kind of blend it so that there's not like this harsh line of like where the glitter stops and the rest of the eyeshadow is. Your finger can be a very good tool for blending. I'll also take a little bit of that on my finger, the shadow itself, and kind of continue packing it on the inner corner. Again, it's like the first like third close to the half that I'm putting this shimmery shadow on. But anyway, so yes, I've always been a very critical person and a very judgmental person, which is something I've worked very, very hard to change because I don't think it's right as a person to be judgmental, because what that usually means is that you're judging other people. I guess just years of being on social media and being like, wow, being judgmental is really, really stupid because you can't judge people's hearts, you can't judge people's thoughts, you can't judge things that you just don't know. And as a person on social media who's been judged so much by other people, I just decided like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the person who's making critical statements or judgment about other people, but also I don't want to be a person who's constantly criticizing and judging myself. You know, I believe in self-evaluation and you know, taking responsibility for your actions and your words and stuff, but if I were left to my own devices, I would probably just put myself down all day, every hour. And that's just something that I've worked really, really hard to overcome because it's just not helpful. It's not, you can't be happy when you're constantly putting yourself down for not being good enough, not being whatever enough. And for the longest time, I thought that that was like a motivational tool. Like, oh, I'm gonna motivate myself by putting myself down and making me prove to myself that I can be better. I'm taking a really skinny like pencil brush, getting some shimmery-ish medium brown shades here and putting it under here to bring balance to the top and the bottom. But yeah, the hardest thing that I've overcome is just me constantly wanting to beat myself up. Terrible self-limiting way to live, and I don't want to live like that anymore. And I've changed a lot. I've changed a lot on becoming a more positive person, a more optimistic person, a person who doesn't just immediately assume the worst about myself or about others. It's still a work in progress, but I want to get to a place where I don't hold judgments against people that I don't know. I don't make judgments. I keep an open and clear heart to anybody that I meet, and not that I am naive, but that I don't make assumptions. I don't make blanket statements or blanket judgments about any person or group of people. I just have seen how that's been so harmful to me. Yeah, that was a really loaded question. I feel like I gave a really loaded answer that may or may not make sense, but basically I have found freedom in letting go of having opinions about other people, making judgments about other people, caring what other people are doing or not doing. Letting that go has been like the greatest thing I've ever done, and now I'm just free to focus on myself and not worry about what other people are doing. It's been amazing. But yeah, so here we have this eye look. It's going, guys. Like, it looks pretty good. You know, that's why this takes me so long, is because there's so many freaking steps, but I think it ends up really pretty, so I like it. At this point, you could just put on mascara and go, but you know me, extra is my middle name, so I'm gonna put on the wickedest eyeliner, full cat eye, and false lashes, because I have a busy day of sitting in my house and filming and doing client work, so obviously, cool the full 9 yards. All right, I have the Lorac Front of the Line Pro liquid eyeliner. I have just searched high and low for the perfect pen felt tip liner. I think I found it. I think this Lorac Pro one might be the best. My advice for cat eyes is to pray and hope for the best. I still, after all this time, don't nail it. I did it. All right, and so sometimes the black liner seems kind of like shiny to me and not super black matte. So I take this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On pencil in Perversion. It's just like a super black, super matte pencil. And I just go over it. No shininess allowed. Next, I'm taking my false lashes. These are the Christina lashes in number 415. I get these from Amazon. These are amazing. They're super cheap. I really love Ardell Wispies, but those are a little bit more expensive than these. You can get a pack of these of like 6 of them for like $10 or $12 most of the time, which is awesome because I use lashes like every time I wear full face makeup. So I do trim these lashes down. I just trim off the last like, probably like just a teeny tiny bit, just like this last little like tuft of hair, just because these are a little bit long for me. So that's one piece of advice I have if you're applying false lashes. Make sure you trim them down to the size of your actual lash line because you need to. Somebody said, how do you stay focused and lit up for God with a busy schedule? How do you balance your busy life? So I'm very, very busy with my work schedule and my YouTube schedule and all the stuff that I do. There are weeks that I work like 70 hours a week. What I have done is just, I get up really, really early. You guys have seen a lot of my videos. I get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning some mornings because there are certain things that I'm like, if I don't fit this in mentally and emotionally, I will not be at a good place to handle the rest of my work schedule. And there's just stuff that's important to me. So if I want it to happen, I have to do what it takes to make it happen. It's the same with your workouts or anything that you want to make happen. You just have to find a way to make it happen. If that means waking up at 4 or 5 in the morning to spend an hour or a half hour or 15 minutes with God, then that's what that means. So for myself, yeah, like I said, I wake up really, really early most days and I fit in God time every day because I know that that's what it takes for me to continue to stay and I'm doing what I know I'm supposed to be doing. So I feel like that's a really bad answer, just make time for it, but it's a simple answer and I think that that's just the right one, you know? So here's my lashes. I just pop those babies on with a set of dangerous tweezers and I just try to get them right on my lash line. Let me see if I can do this. Attached to some lashes. So I just kind of move it around to make sure it's right at the base of my lash line. gluing my lashes together. This is not, it's not the easiest thing in the world. Jaclyn Hill has a great YouTube video about how to apply false lashes, and it's way better than whatever the heck I did just now, and my lashes are still glued together. Yeah, basically you just want to make sure they are on the absolute base of your lash line, not like floating off in nowhere's land, because that's not helpful. Here's the other one. That one went a lot more smoothly. So they take a minute or two to really dry, so just kind of leave them be for a minute. Oh, and I forgot to set my eyebrows with my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. These puppies need to be wrangled. The next thing is mascara. A lot of people wanted to know, like, what mascara do you recommend? It's not so much what mascara I recommend as it is how many mascaras I recommend. I honestly just use like whatever samples I have lying around. That probably sounds so lame, but I just use like, these are all samples that have been sent to me. I did not buy any of them. This is a Marc Jacobs one. This is Marcel. This is Iconoclast. I feel like I don't buy mascara. I just use whatever samples are sent to me. And yeah, cause you know, the fake lashes really kind of take care of business for me. And this is just to kind of fuse my real lashes with the fake lashes. And if I was, I don't know why I have to use 3 of them. I just feel like I do. I just want the biggest lashes ever. And so, you know, 3 mascaras does the trick. Also, for my lower lash line, I've been using this for years. Not this exact one, obviously, but this is the, I don't even think they make it anymore though. This I got a few, probably maybe close to a year ago. It's the Maybelline, the Falsies Big Eyes mascara, but this is like a normal size wand, but this other end is a super teeny tiny wand that's so good for lower lashes. Look at that little baby wand. So I use this for my lower lashes. But what I do at the end is this Chill Makeup Setting Spray. It's cooling and hydrating. This is from Urban Decay. I used to not be sold on setting sprays until I realized that setting sprays really help with like the cakiness of your makeup. So if you get done with your makeup and you feel like, wow, this was kind of cakey, having just like this moisturizing spray on your face can kind of make that cakiness go away. So, oh no! I forgot they were supposed to do it before you apply your mascara. Lynette, what have you done? We're gonna, all right, what can we do? What can we do? We can take some concealer. Is this the wrong move? Are you guys panicking with me? Let's try and rub this out first of all. Oh yeah, okay, we're doing okay. Just a little dab of concealer. Lesson learned. I usually do use that spray before I do my mascara, but I forgot about it because doing this on YouTube is so distracting of my normal way of doing things. But yeah, so use that spray before your mascara, let it dry completely, and then use your mascara. All right, good, not great. So yes, that's it's gonna complete this makeup look here, this non-professional, but you guys asked for it. So I gave it with a bunch of information you probably didn't need. But thank you guys so much for watching. I promise you I'm gonna be so much more active on YouTube the whole month of, I just totally realized I didn't even do my lips. Hoyle, get it together. It's been a day, y'all. So lately what I've been doing is a little bit of lip liner and a little bit of lipstick. So this is the Colourpop Lippy Pencil in Lumiere. So I just take this, do what you do with the lip liner. I do overline my lips a little bit because my lips are like a little small for my liking, so just gives them a little more love. I know some people hate overlining, but live your life, girl. With the exact size lips you got, you have the right. And I kind of fill them in. I don't just line them, I do the whole shebang. If you're ever wondering what I'm wearing in a sit-down video, there's a 98% chance that it's Flutter Kiss by NYX. That now wraps it up. What a weird tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the final look, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!